The start of a World Cup changes the face of England's streets as images of Cristiano Ronaldo, Dele Alli, Lionel Messi and other players stare down at us from huge billboards, and pubs are decked out in bunting to welcome cheering football fans. Emotions inevitably run high during the tournament, and police have launched an awareness campaign warning of an associated rise in domestic violence. Domestic violence cases set to spike around England's World Cup matchesThe Give Domestic Abuse The Red Card initiative is supported by a number of police forces after a study found incidents of abuse were 38% higher when England lose a World Cup match and 26% higher when they win or draw a game. Extra officers will be deployed when England plays in Russia, and the campaign is a way to draw attention to the often hidden issue. Give Domestic Abuse The Red Card officers are issuing a robust warning that domestic abuse will not be tolerated before, during or after the. Read more about it here, https://t.co/injip2pic.twitter.com/faboanvil. Cleveland Police UK, at Cleveland Police, June 12, 2018. But what these police statistics actually reveal is an even more brutal truth, that whether England win, lose or draw, men will beat up women. Football is not the cause of domestic abuse, it is everywhere, all the time. Domestic abuse does not happen because a footballer misses a penalty or a supporter drinks too much lager. These are pitiful, aggravating factors, excuses, for the underlying cause, the inequality of power between partners, primarily men, and the women who make up the majority of domestic abuse victims. To end the scourge of domestic abuse, we have to address that inequality, and that means cultural, social and economic change. It means investing in care services so that women have equal access to work and financial independence, countering the toxic stereotypes of masculinity that make many men feel emasculated if they are not breadwinners. More money is needed to train police officers and improve parts of the criminal justice system so that perpetrators of domestic violence, and all forms of violence against women, are prosecuted. Prime Minister Theresa May declared that tackling domestic violence was a priority for her. But her government has cut investment in police, legal aid, the Crown Prosecution Service and other arms of the criminal justice system. It has promoted an economic system that fails to recognize women's contribution to the economy. And it is imposing the universal credit system despite warnings that it could exacerbate financial and coercive control, as a new report from a number of women's organizations highlights. At the same time, the lifelines that the victims of domestic abuse rely on are being cut. The government has been told that its plan to stop housing benefit being used to pay for places in a refuge could mean up to a third of those centers close down. And the competitive tendering model that forces refuges to compete for funds with big generic companies means specialist services are struggling more than ever to survive. Pleas from overstretched police forces not to use football as an excuse to hit your partner are welcome, of course. Equally, the publication of helplines for underfunded women's refuges will save lives for those few survivors who can get through and find a room. But let's not kid ourselves that these measures are in any way enough. While we watch the beautiful game this month and celebrate or commiserate with the young hopeful team, the ugly reality of this nation is an inequality that runs so deep, and is so low down the priorities of our main political parties, that whatever the outcome of England's matches, women are going to lose. I'm going to the 2018 World Cup to cheer on the Three Lions and stand in solidarity with LGBT Russians. Today I'm telling Westminster why domestic violence survivors like me need better mental health support.